Next up, writer Graham Gordy and his short film, The Spanola Pepper Sauce Company.
Hi, I'm Graham Gordy. I'm the writer and actor in Spanola Pepper Sauce Company. The idea for the film came, I was driving through South Arkansas and North Louisiana, and I drove past, there's a sign that said, Louisiana begins at Lake Providence. Right before that, on the road, you pass the actual Spanola Pepper Sauce Company. And so I just started into this thing of saying, you know, they say Louisiana begins at Lake Providence, Louisiana, but I believe that Louisiana begins at Spanola Pepper Sauce Company. And then, you know, it was a completely kind of desolate area driving through Lake Providence, and then, you know, well, we look at the train, we go to Penske's Pecan Market. So I just started naming off all these things, and in that way that you do in a car when you're alone and going nuts. Working with Ray was great because, I mean, as an actor, because he comes at it as an actor always. He was great beforehand as we talked about it, as we sort of analyzed it, as we sort of figured out our own, you know, backstory for this guy and talked about, you know, the motivations for all these things. Coming up is my film, Spanola Pepper Sauce Company. I hope you enjoy it.
Take it in, crown jewel of the South. Get out here and get you some of God's precious air. You know, people like to say that Louisiana begins at Lake Providence, Louisiana, but we like to say that Louisiana begins 6 miles north, Spanola Pepper Sauce Company. 67 acres, 19 different pepper varieties from anchos to poblanos to Pakistani reds. Come summer, this will all be peppers. Far as the eye can see. People ask me, what do you do for fun in Lake Providence? Well, on Sunday, for instance, we'll go pick up Mother, go to church, we'll go to Penske's Pecan Market so she can make her almost world-famous pecan pie. Go over to Mr. Richards and count the corn rows. The boys like to throw rocks at the old grain silo. Maybe go look at the old hand car. Sometimes we go to the seed warehouse. Just your average Sunday. Of course, we've had all kinds of privations, depredations, denigrations here at Spanola. There's a fire in the big barn back in '90. Then the big house burned in '93. Of course, I met Margaret in '97. I like fruit juices. Apple, orange, pineapple, a mixture thereof, as long as it's not too much pineapple. I don't drink beer. I think it tastes like something you feed a hog. If we leave a house on Sunday night, for instance, take Mother home or what have you, we will, on occasion, encounter a vampire. We wrap ourselves in our garlic-stuffed Kalamata olives for protection. Now, if we are forced to engage a vampire, the boys prefer to fling holy water on them, while Mother and I will simply drive a pepper steak into their hearts. Barbecue sauces, honey mustards, injectable marinades, ready mixes, potato sticks. You know, Margaret was just a terrific mother to the boys. She was just as kind and generous a soul as has ever walked God's green earth. I take the boys to the correctional facility sometimes so they can look at the inmates. I'll position them a safe distance from the razor wire fences so they can yell their taunts. They think of the funniest doggone things to say. You know, my sister is the only one who still embraces religion, yet her husband came out to be a homosexual. What do you suppose that means? Sometimes I wonder if I should let my boys go on living in a world like this. You grow numb. I'll take a switchblade knife and I'll press it against my arm and I will open up the blade deep into my flesh just to feel something. Anything at all. Maybe we ought to go look at the train again. A vampire cannot seduce a woman. He can only attack her. No one seduced Margaret. That is a fabrication invented by novelists and Hollywood types. It will be a great reckoning. The rivers will run with the red-hot blood of the vampires. I tell the boys, if you see her, your mother is not your mother anymore. They understand. We'll do what we must to survive. Maybe we'll go back in there, sidle up to a big old piece of that pecan pie. Some meals you remember. It was a good day, though, today, wouldn't you say? Indeed. We ought to be fine out here till nightfall.
With a vampire's kiss, I got a vampire's heart. Now I don't roll out of bed till after dark. See my teeth so sharp and my blood so still. You know I could drink the world and never get my fill. And when I come, I will come on like a dream, with the crimson moon shining down upon my devil's ring. You see, it ain't my fault that I am this way, just a crying in my box for I missed a day. Lord, what I would give for just one drop of red. Now the dew is on the grass and I am late for bed. And when I come, I will come on like a dream, with the crimson moon shining